Everybody, thank you for stopping by. I'm so glad that you chose to watch this video. Out of all the videos that you could be watching, I am so glad that you are watching this one. And I hope it'll bless you. Well, today I wanted to share with you, once again, it's, our thoughts that can kind of cause a problem in our day. Sometimes it's not somebody else. Sometimes it's not the line at the grocery store that was too long. The line at the carpool that seemed to have us waiting forever. It's not that we spilt our coffee in our lap either. Sometimes it just happens within our mind and our thinking, right? Because sometimes we just think crazy stuff. Sometimes we let those emotions creep in and they kind of take from our day. We're kind of just wanting to have a coffee and have a good morning, and the next thing you know, what happens? We're finding ourselves trying to pull ourselves out of a stupor. And so I want to talk to you just briefly today about some things you can do to change that. And one of the things you can do is to change the way that you think. Because what happens when we start thinking all these bad thoughts, one right after another? Not only do we go and bite ourselves to our own pity party, but we end up in a rabbit hole, right? So yeah, right, I know. So who wants to end up in a rabbit hole? Rabbits are cute where they live, not so cute. So you don't want to go there. But when you continue to think and dwell on negative things and think and dwell on your past, that is exactly what happens. Because thinking on negative things doesn't what? If you think the world is bad, your life is bad, everything that's happening to you is bad, where's the joy in that? It's not there. Where's the happiness in that? It's not there. Where's the thing that's going to make you get up and want to get out and embrace the day? It's not there. You want to leave your pajamas on, cover your head up, and lay back down in bed. So it doesn't motivate us, right? It causes us to pull back. It doesn't cause us to get up and go, but it causes us to sit down and be still. When God's called us to have a life and life more abundantly, we're to get out and live life. We're to enjoy life. He gave it to us. And so spending it in a miserable state is absolutely what? A miserable state. But let's go to Philippians 4:8. And it says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are noble, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of a good report, if there is any virtue, and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. That kind of goes a complete different direction. It's a 180 from sitting there thinking, woe is me. My life is like a mess. And I know my life, I had a very rough life going up emotionally. And so I know how easy it is to get caught up in that and let that overtake you to where you get into a stupor. You're sitting on the edge of your bed just crying. You're like, where's the bowl of ice cream for me to cry in, right? So no. But the Bible gives you a different direction to go right here. God's word says, do this instead. Instead of sitting there thinking about all this bad stuff just reeling up inside of your head, reeling up around you, start thinking of what that's pure, of a good report, and praiseworthy. What has God done in your life today, yesterday, the day before, the year before that, that's praiseworthy? Start thinking on that. Think on the things that are positive, that's going to lead you to do good things, not to sit and dwell and stew. I'm just going to tell you now, if you leave a pot on the stove, if you've cooked any at all, as long as there's a fire underneath it, it's going to boil. It's going to keep stewing. That's just true. If you put your thoughts in your head and you let them stay there and you continue fueling it, putting the fire underneath it, it's going to continue to boil. And that has happened to me so many times. I started, just a little bit agitated, just a little bit not so happy. And the next thing I know, I'm full-blown angry and mad about it. And everybody's going to hear about it. Not a good thing to be doing in your own home, to anybody, to even yourself. So, this morning, take a little bit of time and say, you know what? I'm turning the fire off that kettle. I'm going to turn the fire off underneath that pan. In fact, I'm going to pull the pan completely off the stove. And I'm going to spend my day and I'm going to think on these things that are good, of a pure report, praiseworthy, and on and on. And if you'll do that, you'll be able to leave that kettle and that pot off that fire. And you'll be able to walk in joy and peace. I'm telling you, let's practice that. Walk in joy and peace. Pull that pot off that stove. It isn't going to do anything but boil and make you mad. It's going to change your day and probably change the day around most people around you. So go back to Philippians 4:8. Read it today. Study it. And then practice it. I'm telling you, it will change your outlook. It will change how you see things. It did for me. God showed me, take that pot off that stove. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope that your day is full of sweet things. Bye-bye. Have a good day.